Hello everyone, welcome to Clydesdale Homestead. I'm Tamlin and I've been out here watering my sky garden up in the mountains, and I wanted to do a quick summer garden tour for you, show you how things are coming along. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to start over on this end. I have some lovely tomatoes. If you remember this spring, I planted an entire packet of seeds that were 10 years old, thinking that very few of them would germinate. They all germinated, so I gave away a lot of tomatoes. They're doing pretty well. I do have some trouble with some blossom end rot, and that's my fault for not watering consistently. So when I see those, I pick them off so the plant doesn't spend any more energy on them. But sometimes if they do get red, I just eat the part that's not rotten, cut that part off. It's caused by many factors, but the main one is you're not watering enough for the plant to get the nutrition it needs, the minerals it needs from the soil. And that can be extra magnesium, different things like that. So basically, consistent watering is the key. But some varieties of tomatoes don't care as much. So these are in the same bed. These don't care. These are great. I don't remember what they're called. My friend Deirdre gave me a start. Even though I said, Deirdre, I'm trying to get rid of tomatoes. I have too many. She's like, but you'll love this one. It's different. And she's right. I do love it. It's rather small, orange and stripy, but it's got a good flavor. And I do like that one. It's doing really well. One thing I did, which was something I won't do again, is I planted green beans among the tomatoes. They're doing fine if they can get enough sunlight, but most of them are not. So next time the green beans will get their own bed. And no, I don't stake them up. I don't prune them. Just let them go. It's enough tomatoes for us. And over here, we've got the sweet potatoes. I started these from slips that I saved from last year. They are doing great. I haven't dug any up to see if there are actually potatoes down there, but we'll hope. These need as much summertime as possible. So if we have a long summer, if we get a couple weeks into September, I'll have a better chance of getting good sized sweet potatoes. So we'll see. I like to hedge my bets. Grow some hot weather stuff, some cool weather stuff, and then it's likely that at least one thing will be successful. Oh, got to take care of these. So sometimes I take them down to the compost, and sometimes I just go like this. Sometimes my son goes down there and tries to bat them as I'm throwing. Oh, that was lame. All right, next. More tomatoes. Same time, these are, I think, Better Boy. So they're looking pretty good. A lot of them are getting ripe. More green beans. That one's gonna be my lunch. Hope it doesn't have the blossom end rot. Let's see. Oh, no, it looks great. Look at that. That's my lunch. Then over here, this is our strawberry and asparagus bed. It's going nuts, and so is the next one. Look at that. This is an ever-bearing strawberry, Fort Laramie, and this is its second summer in the ground. I don't do anything for them over winter. I just leave them there. Don't cover them with straw or mulch them or anything. And it's going crazy in this second fruiting. It sends out all these runners, and I've caught some of them to put in little containers to start new plants, which I'll barter for or sell or something. But look at all these strawberries, and it's the end of July. So I need to maybe get some more pots. I used up all the little pots I have, but I could make a lot more strawberry plants with all these runners it's putting out. I've already cut off a lot of runners. So, ooh, there's a good one. That's also going to be my lunch. So strawberries are doing good. Asparagus is doing well. I'm not sure if it's going to get too crowded in here over time for the asparagus, but it's also still sending up little spears. These are fairly new. I want to say I got Martha Washington. One of them's purple, one of them's green. So I don't know, we'll see. Oh, there's a good one. Oh, strawberries. Look at that. Yay. Okay, moving on. These smaller beds, these have a cold cover frame. So these are my early beds. As you can see, most everything's gone to seed. The bok choy is all done. There's a little volunteer tomato down there. It probably doesn't have time to do anything in its life, but I'll leave it there. I'm letting the lettuce go to seed also, as well as the bok choy. Got one random green bean over here. Looks kind of happy, and my thyme. These beds get really too hot in the summer. They're right up against the house, and they're shallower, so they don't have as much soil to keep wet, and so they're not really successful in the summer. Chives don't care. And over here, more bok choy that went to seed. We've collected the seed already. Arugula lettuces that are going to seed. So I left the bok choy just a little bit too long, and the seed pods started popping everywhere. So we'll probably have random bok choy growing around in our yard. That's okay. More asparagus. And oh, look at that. Strawberries. Oh, look at it. It's still sending up shoots. So that's pretty cool. So we decided to expand our metal garden beds. I'm looking over the edge of the balcony now. So the metal garden beds I have down here, I have corn. It's a painted mountain corn, like an Indian corn. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. A couple more tomatoes down there. And then here, Deirdre, was supposed to be one patty pan squash. And I said I would take one. She said, oh, it needs a friend, and gave me two. But it turned out in those two little pots, there were 5 patty pan starts. So we have a lot of squash. And then there's also some little melon down there. I don't know if it's gonna have enough time to ripen either. Melons are kind of tricky up here with our short seasons. So I've already ordered more metal garden beds. They'll be longer than these. And we're going to put more here. We'll replace the stumps with the metal garden beds, so it'll be easier to mow around, keep looking tidy. I'll transfer all of the perennial herbs into that, and then I'll have a third set of beds probably farther down there. My son said he wants his own garden bed, and we just like some more space with some of these things. I can put my garlic down here, transfer some strawberries, and just have a little bit more space. So down there I've got sage, dill is going crazy, bee balm, there's onions that they just come back. They live there year round. We don't do anything special to them. There's some thyme, and then some ornamental things. Oh, and mint. You cannot kill mint. So next year, a lot more garden growing space in this area, and it's going to be coming away from the cliff a little bit so I can mow behind it. Right now it's too close for the mower, and I never get over to weed whack, so it grew up with a lot of knapweed, tansy. So I'm excited for that for next year. Then over here, up in the sky garden, are potatoes. These are probably a russet potato because they were sprouting in my pantry, and so I threw them in the ground. And that can work. Don't let anybody tell you that can't work. It can work. The only thing I did with these is I would snip off any flowers that started to grow. Didn't hill them, and nothing special. I did notice some were starting to poke through the soil, so I covered them up so they could finish growing, getting ready. So we do have some nice sized russets in there already, but we'll wait till the leafy greens die back a bit and then harvest potatoes. So that's pretty cool. Over here, another tomato, and we got some basil interspersed with that. This, look at that color. This is red orac. It also comes in green. Sometimes it's called mountain spinach. Got a couple of these plants from my friend Alicia, and they self-seed. And I think I'm in trouble for next year. Look at those seeds. Totally in trouble with orac everywhere. The seeds are very beautiful. The whole plant is beautiful. But yeah, they're gonna go everywhere. Already from last year, I had some seeds start down in the yard, so it's gonna go a little crazy if I don't control the seeds. So I might, well, I will harvest some of them to grow some, maybe to sell or trade next year. So red orac, and these lower leaves just recently turned this bright magenta or fuchsia, and I think it's because I drought stressed them. I didn't water this box and everything got kind of droopy, and that's when they changed color. So the bigger leaves are a little tougher, and at this time of year they're all getting a little tough anyway. So, but it's kind of pretty. Over here I've got 2 pots of Jerusalem artichoke. I've got the tubers from Esther's Eden, and they should be a lot bigger than this, and they're not because the deer ate them. I had them down in the yard, and so the deer ate them, so I brought them up here to the safety of the sky garden. That's it for my summer garden tour. I hope you enjoyed. You can see my strawberries here. I'm gonna start picking them, have some snacks. Let me know how your summer garden is going in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And happy gardening. I'll see you next time.